Right now, the bitter cold has been brutal on our cars. We check in with electric vehicle owners.
Also, students who use the Madison Metropolitan School District buses are experiencing delays.
And the Democratic National Convention will be taking place in Chicago this year. Our Will Keneally got a behind-the-scenes look at what we can expect. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. It is another bitterly cold day here in Wisconsin. A little bit of snow also may be coming. Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
It's nice to know we're not alone. From Seattle to the Jersey Shore, nearly 70 million people are under winter weather alerts across the country. Days after widespread deadly winter weather, new rounds of snow and ice are expected tonight and into the weekend.
We have live team coverage on the bitterly cold weather's impact all across southern Wisconsin.
We'll dive into how electric vehicle owners and students who ride the bus to Madison Metropolitan Schools are faring in these conditions.
But first, let's go out to the weather patio. I'll look at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
You know, after not having winter for so long, now all of a sudden we're trying to make up for it all at once. Let's start out by taking a look at the first warn weather alert days that we continue in the forecast for through Sunday morning. We've got perhaps an inch or two of snow tonight and snow showers and flurries, but that'll just make roads slick for tomorrow. Then bitterly cold wind chills already arrive later tonight into pretty much Sunday morning across southern Wisconsin. Doppler track shows snow moving through much of Iowa, just starting to get into southwestern Wisconsin. High-resolution radar perhaps shows a few flurries out toward Platteville, but total snowfall will probably be an inch or two from Madison southward, maybe a little bit more south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, lesser amounts north of Dane County. Low temperatures this morning, just below zero in Madison. We'll see similar temperatures tomorrow morning. Current temperatures are in the lower teens, and they'll stay there all evening. Right now, 11 in Madison, 13 in Middleton, and 14 degrees in Edgerton. But wind chills right now are running in the single digits above and below zero. Those will drop off as temperatures do later on. Then we have another alert day that we put in the forecast for Monday night into Tuesday of next week. A weather system could bring a mix of some light snow and freezing rain late Monday afternoon into Monday night, and that will change over to snow on Tuesday with the potential for at least a couple of inches of snow accumulation. This evening, look for light snow to develop from west to east. Temperatures holding nearly steady, right around 11 degrees, but again, we'll turn colder tonight after the snow ends, and then we have another system to watch for early next week. I'll have more on that in the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. This week's brutally cold temperatures have been hard on all of our cars, and that includes electric vehicles.
Our Braden Ross caught up with EV drivers to find out how their cars are faring in this cold weather. Braden?
Yeah, batteries and freezing temperatures don't mix well. Anyone who's had to jumpstart their car in negative temperatures will tell you that. For the EV drivers and experts I talked to, having to charge their cars a little bit longer is a good deal when the alternative is breaking out the jumper cables.
The only problem Tesla owner Alex Shu has had with his car in the last 2 years he's owned it is missing out on one of Wisconsin's most beloved pit stops.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have to make an excuse to go to Quick Trip.
Keeping his car charged hasn't been an issue.
I'm pretty good at keeping it charged, and like I said, I charge it whenever it's idle or when I can. When I park it in my parking garage, it's perfectly fine.
But extremely cold weather like we've seen this week has changed that.
When I leave it outside, especially the last few days when it's like -7 in the middle of the night, I noticed it probably loses about 20 miles overnight.
UW mechanical engineering professor Glenn Bauer says that's a common problem for EV drivers.
As the temperature gets colder, we all know that things react slower. This is true when you want to use it or when you want to charge it.
It's not just driving and charging that takes more energy in the winter. Keeping warm in your car is also a drain on the battery.
In the electric vehicles, when it gets really cold, we have to basically diminish our range so that we can stay comfortable inside the car.
But Bauer says cold won't stop the electric vehicle trend because, after all, cold weather car problems aren't exclusive to EVs.
I think they just have to get used to it. I mean, when I grew up 40, 50 years ago, you never knew if your car was going to start, right? Like when it was this cold. I think it's part of this is just educating the public, to the nuances of an electric vehicle.
Now, I actually talked to a Madison police spokesperson at another event today. She told me MPD has responded to a few stranded EV drivers with dead car batteries in the last week. That's a great reminder that if you're driving in the cold, you should always also be prepared to possibly be stranded in it.
Good advice. Be prepared. And as always, for all of your local weather information on the go, be sure to download our free First Warn weather and traffic app. It's available right now in your app store.
And in these frigid temperatures, students with the Madison Metropolitan School District are still experiencing delays with their buses.
After months of delayed bus issues before this recent cold winter stretch, our Catherine Merck spoke with one parent who has had enough of all of these issues. Catherine?
The parent I spoke with said her son waited for a half hour for the bus to his classes this week. While having to go to school in below freezing temperatures, Melanie Robinson-Ayers' son at Sherman Middle School sent his mom these updates while waiting for the bus. Bus not here, legs hurt, hand frozen, hand really hurt were just some of the texts that he sent. His mom joins one of many parents who've reached out to us saying this is a continued problem with transportation in the district. Earlier this year, MMSD adjusted to the consistent bus problems by delaying start times at middle schools like the one her son attends.
They push back school until 9 o'clock. How much farther are they going to push it back when they're already getting to school late anyway? And, you know, my son is reporting that he's not getting to school some days until 9:20. He's missed out on 20 minutes worth of education every day. That's ridiculous.
The district is encouraging families to ensure that their students are dressed warmly before leaving for school each morning and watching their inboxes for updates of disruptions to bus services. You'll hear more from the district and First Student, the bus company, tonight at 6 on News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. The Juneau County Sheriff's Office is investigating after a man's body was found this morning. The body found at about 8:40 on County Highway M at the Oak Ridge Trail parking area. Right now, the man's death is being treated as suspicious. Police believe it is an isolated incident and that there is no danger to the community. The Dane County Board will vote on whether to give an additional $22 million to fund the new Dane County Jail at its meeting tonight. A single bid to build the new jail came in back in November, well over budget. It is currently almost $30 million over the allotted amount. The project has been a years-long discussion now. Tonight's agenda includes a resolution to adjust the capital budget to authorize borrowing to pay for the jail. The Wisconsin State Journal reports this is the final piece to move forward and build the 6-story building downtown.
18% of Wisconsin teenagers reported having suicidal thoughts last year. Officials in Watertown are on a mission to help kids get through those struggles. Our Maddie Heimsch introduces you to a new facility and its intended effects.
The Mott Center is designed to treat youth mental health emergencies without admitting vulnerable teens and children into hospitals and other restrictive settings. Stays in the facility are meant to be short-term, providing care and resources to help young adults return home as quickly and as safely as possible. Jefferson County doesn't have any inpatient psychiatric hospitals. When a mental health emergency occurs, families find themselves in emergency rooms.
We don't want youth experiencing crisis to be stuck in an emergency room. Families show up at an emergency room feeling stuck with not knowing what to do to help their child, and this can really be kind of that step that they need.
The center has dedicated spaces for therapy sessions, group counseling, socialization, and schoolwork. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, Behavioral Health Division Manager Holly Pagel gives us a tour of the facility. In Watertown, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris planning to visit Wisconsin on Monday. The Biden-Harris campaign will stump on reproductive rights next week during its first joint events this year. The vice president will be kicking off her reproductive rights tour. It also coincides with the anniversary of the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision before it was overturned by the Supreme Court. Vice President Harris is expected to highlight the stories of women affected by the Supreme Court's decision. No word yet on where she'll be visiting in Wisconsin. President Biden and Vice President Harris will make a stop in Northern Virginia on Tuesday, the same day as the New Hampshire primary. And the presidential race is gearing up. Primary voting, of course, started on Tuesday in Iowa. In July, Milwaukee will host the Republican National Convention, which will determine who will face President Biden in the fall.
On the other side, Democrats will meet in Chicago in August. Will Keneally is on the ground there and has more on what to expect.
Yes, here at the United Center, you'd usually catch a Blackhawks or a Bulls game, but on August 22nd, Democrats here will nominate Joe Biden for another 4-year term. That's at their Democratic National Convention, and we got a glimpse behind the curtain on what viewers at home can expect when they meet this summer.
Campaign taught me was about values and character, and I've tried to take that everywhere I go. Campaigns taught me that it's about the people And that's what the Democratic Party believes. It's about the people. That's what Joe Biden believes. It's about the people.
This will be the second Democratic convention in the Midwest after their event in Milwaukee 4 years ago was largely pared down due to COVID. And we will have full coverage of these national conventions, as well as how Wisconsin will play a crucial role in this upcoming presidential election. Reporting from Chicago, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Congress has voted to avoid a partial government shutdown, which was set to take effect at 12:01 a.m. Saturday morning.
But the reprieve is only temporary, and there is still work to do to come to an agreement on a long-term spending plan. Skylar Henry has more from Capitol Hill.
Failure and chaos. That's how a new Justice Department report describes the emergency response to the shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. More than 300 law enforcement officials were on the scene, but it took 77 minutes for them to confront and kill the gunman.
33 students and 3 of their teachers, many of whom have been shot, were trapped in a room with an active shooter for over an hour as law enforcement officials remained outside.
The DOJ's critical incident review found responding officers inside the school should have gone into the classroom immediately to stop the 18-year-old shooter. Some of the first officers on scene acted appropriately, but once they were grazed by bullets, they retreated. That's when the scenario changed from active shooter to barricaded.
That failure meant that law enforcement officials prioritized a protracted evacuation of students and teachers in other classrooms, instead of immediately rescuing the victims trapped with the active shooter.
Investigators place much of the blame on the school district's former police chief, Pete Arredondo, who displayed an epic lack of leadership, as well as the Uvalde PD acting chief, Mariano Pargas. The report found some responding officers lacked active shooter training and wasted time searching for a key to a classroom door that was likely unlocked. 17 families of victims are considering legal action.
Do right by the victims and survivors of Robb Elementary. Terminations, criminal prosecutions.
The DOJ says its goal is to honor the 19 students and 2 teachers killed inside Robb Elementary and provide law enforcement with recommendations to better handle active shooter situations. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, Uvalde, Texas.
Sorry about that. That was not the story about the spending bill, which is now being sent to the president's desk. That was about the Department of Justice investigation, obviously, into the Uvalde, Texas shooting, in which investigators said the police response to the school shooting was a failure.
Well, still to come at 5, we'll get a complete look at your First One forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
And Reba McEntire made an exciting announcement today on CBS Mornings. Stick around and find out where the country star is singing next.
And a check of Wall Street in Thursday, trading strong numbers as the Dow jumps 202 points. The NASDAQ almost matches it, up 200. S&P gains almost 42, and we'll be right back.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Get big savings at Menards. Save time on your painting projects with Pittsburgh's Grand Distinction. It's a premium paint and primer in one with high hiding coverage and long-lasting color. A gallon is $29.87 after $10 rebate. Add a pop of color to your home with Paramount Interior Paint. It provides the most advanced protection and true one-coat coverage. A gallon is only $44.98. Don't forget to check out Limitless, Pittsburgh Paint's Color of the Year, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Coming up on News 3 Now, halfway through the school year, and MMSD students are still left out in the cold waiting for buses to arrive.
Catherine Merck takes her questions directly to the district to get some answers tonight at 6.
Help St. Vincent de Paul and News 3 Now give neighbors in need a warm night's sleep. The last weekend in January, donate new or gently used blankets at St. Vinny's and local drop-off sites, or give to the online blanket fund. Join us and recycle the warmth.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Country music icon Reba McEntire is set to grace next month's Super Bowl stage at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The three-time Grammy winner revealed on CBS Mornings she will be performing the national anthem. It is the first time she has ever performed at the Super Bowl, and Reba told Gail and Nate she got the call asking her to perform from her manager.
He said that they wanted me to sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl, and I said, oh my gosh. Well, let me think about that. And Rex Lynn, my boyfriend, who is a huge football fan, he said, yes, she'll do it.
And Post Malone will perform America the Beautiful, and Andra Day will also perform Lift Every Voice and Sing. February 11th at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas before the championship matchup at the big halftime show, which features Usher, and of course it all airs right here on CBS.
Boy, what an honor for her. Incredible. Let's get a check on the forecast now, and maybe a little more snow on the way, Gary.
Some more snow, then some more bitter cold, then some more snow. Well, the winter just doesn't want to end after it got here finally. We have bitter cold weather and also some snow showers in the forecast through Sunday morning. We have first warn weather alert days in the forecast for that. About an inch or two of snow tonight. Doesn't sound like very much, but with temperatures this cold, it's going to get slick out there tomorrow morning. Bitter cold wind chills already across our western viewing area. It could be as cold as 20 to 25 below zero by early tomorrow morning, and just about everybody will see wind chills down to about 25 below zero as we head through the next couple of nights. Winter weather advisories are in effect from Iowa through Illinois, just to our south. We're kind of on the northern fringes of the system, then also lake effect snow advisories up across northern Wisconsin and UP of Michigan. Probably looking at about an inch or two of snow accumulation from Madison southward, some 3-inch amounts across northern Illinois, maybe a little bit more toward the Chicago area, and then some heavy lake effect snows could come right down the length of Lake Michigan. A small area across far northwestern Indiana could see over a foot of snow from this system. As we take a look at Doppler track right now, the snow spreading from Iowa into far southwestern Wisconsin. A lot of this may not be reaching the ground yet, but we zoom into southern Wisconsin and you can see just some flurries and some light snow showers across Iowa. Visibilities right now generally pretty good, so not much of the snow is reaching the ground. But notice Dubuque, Iowa, at times they drop to a mile in visibility, about 2.5 miles now, so some light snow falling there. As we check out future track beginning around midnight tonight, temperatures already will be dropping into the single digits. Look for the snow. Actually, this is for Friday, so the snow is already over by then. But future track snowfall for southern Wisconsin, we're looking at about an inch or two of snow accumulation, maybe a little bit more south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. But we also have a first warn weather alert day in the forecast now for Monday night into Tuesday of next week. As temperatures warm up, we could see some light snow or light freezing rain with temperatures right around freezing late Monday afternoon, and then that will change over to light snow Monday night into Tuesday with the possibility for some snow accumulations. One of the future track computer models shows about a 2 to 4 inch snowfall across southern Wisconsin from Monday night into Tuesday, but it also shows the possibility for some patches of freezing rain in there as well. So that's another reason that we're keeping an eye on that part of the forecast. Otherwise, you can see our little weather system zipping on through, but the next one waiting in the wings, ready to move in the Pacific Northwest. At least temperatures have been milder out to the west, so we will start to warm up into early parts of next week. But already wind chill advisories in effect from 3 a.m. until 9 a.m. for Richland, Crawford, and Grant counties for wind chills tonight that could drop to 25 below zero. Future track beginning planning your night around 9 o'clock. You can see the light snow moving through southern Wisconsin, but by midnight it's already starting to end across southwestern Wisconsin. And then as the snow pulls on out, the temperatures start to drop. Notice by 3 a.m., temperatures already close to 0 around Viroqua. And by early tomorrow morning, Madison down to 0, temperatures below 0 to the north and west. And you factor in those wind chills, and it's going to feel a lot colder than that. Snowfall amounts, 1 inch or 2 from Madison southward, a little bit less up to the north of Dane County. But future track wind chills beginning at around 9 p.m. already below 0, and they continue to drop. By midnight, you can see teens below 0 out to the west. By 3 a.m., Madison's down close to 10 below 0. Wind chills 15 to 20 below 0 out to the west. And by early tomorrow morning, Madison close to 20 below 0. You can see 20 to 25 below 0 wind chills across southwestern Wisconsin. So that's, again, a sign that we got another blast of cold air coming in. Planning United across Dane County, low of 0 in Sun Prairie, 4 in Albion, 3 in Belleville with some snow moving in overnight. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, Janesville drops to 6, Lone Rock at 1, and Camp Douglas at 1 below 0. Tomorrow will be variably cloudy but bitterly cold, high of only 8 above 0. Factor in those northwesterly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, and wind chills drop to 0 to 10 below 0 during the day. And our first warned 7 to 10 day forecast, again, the alert days through Sunday morning for the bitter cold after the snow. Then we head into the early part of next week. Here's the next alert day from late Monday afternoon through Monday night and into Tuesday. Tuesday would be when we see most of the snow accumulation, and then maybe a mix of rain and snow. High temperatures a little bit above freezing. We brought those down a little bit because of the snow cover, but nighttime low temperatures will stay near freezing, so that could lead to a sloppy mess as well, even as we start to warm back up. As we check out first warned traffic right now, we're seeing some delays on the Beltline in both directions, eastbound, especially from around the Westtown area and then from around Park Street over toward, say, Monona Drive. Right now, travel times on the eastbound Beltline, a half hour from University Avenue to the interstate. Westbound, a little more tolerable, about 18 minutes. You can see from Sun Prairie to downtown is a 20-minute commute. As we check out the outbound traffic, 26 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 17 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12. Downtown to Sun Prairie, going outbound, is a 26-minute trip today. That's your News 3 Now first warned traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. If you like good food, you're going to want to stick around after the break. Details on the new restaurant opening in Middleton and deals on meals you don't want to miss.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Find inspiration at the Build and Remodel Expo, sponsored by James Hardy. Meet local experts showcasing the latest innovations in home building and remodeling. Visit buildremodelexpo.com for details.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift.
That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Can your roof handle our Wisconsin winters? If you're tired of repairing leaks and replacing shingles after each storm, call us, the metal experts at Sweeto Metal Roofing.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Middleton's Greenway Station is soon to be home of the newest Cooper's Hawk winery and restaurant location. It's 62nd one nationwide and the first in the Madison area. It describes itself as contemporary American menu infused with international flavors. Bin numbers pair each meal with a recommended wine. It's received more than 500 wine awards from various local, national, and international wine competitions.
Beyond the fact that we're a scratch kitchen and everything's made in-house and we really take a lot of pride in our food, Cooper's Hawk's all about creating community. So it's, bringing kind of like the whole wine culture down to someone that's never experienced it before and kind of becoming part of the Cooper's Hawk community and joining in the wine club and understanding like what our process is. So it's a lot of fun.
Its indoor dining area can host more than 200 guests. 44 more can dine on a covered outdoor patio.
And calling all Madison foodies, this year's Winter Restaurant Week is coming up. From Sunday through Friday, get a special price-fixed 3-course meal for about $30 at participating restaurants. That includes Bandit Tacos, Merchant, Tavernacaya, Sultan, Via Dolce, and many more. For a full list of the restaurants taking part in the semi-annual event, you can visit our website, channel3000.com. And we'll have a final check of your firstborn forecast after a short break.
Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Dollar Days. Now through the end of January, Rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store to redeem later just like cash. Start earning on 40-pound bags of wood fuel pellets, $4.99. Rewards members pay just $4.79. New Blaine's brand washer fluid, $2.49 a gallon for Rewards members. Plus, Chick Days are coming. Order yours in-store or online. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Dollar Days.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways. energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, we go aboard a $2 billion floating resort. It's the world's largest cruise ship with out-of-this-world amenities. Our exclusive look before the first 10,000 passengers and crew set sail. Those headlines and more on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up tonight at 6, the Dane County Board will vote whether to give an additional $22 million to fund the new Dane County Jail. That story and more ahead in the next half hour.
Let's get to Gary. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah, snow just starting to start over southwestern Wisconsin. Nothing in Madison right now. There's live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam, but you can see a high-resolution radar. Just some very light snow or flurries, perhaps touching far southwestern Wisconsin. Visibility's starting to drop there a little bit, so some of that snow is reaching the ground. Notice Dubuque, Iowa, running between about 1.5 miles and 2.5 miles in some light snow, whereas everybody that's seeing visibilities around 10 miles, it's either not snowing or just a couple of flakes. High-resolution radar, again, the snow there. 6-hour future track radar shows snow spreading over much of southern Wisconsin. Should be about a 4 to 6 hour snow event, and then after that, things will wind down after midnight. Total snowfall, probably about 1 inch or 2 from Madison southward, a little bit less up to the north, but those temperatures right now will drop from the teens down into the single digits to near 0 by morning.
We'll have more updates in a half hour. News for now at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.